In the past two segments of JTV News 2012 News and Review, we recap top news on the economy and various government departments. In this, our final segment, Sean Rose highlights top community news and events featured in JTV News last year.
Welcome to the third and final segment of the JTV News 2012 in Review. In previous segments, we reminded you about some of the top stories in tourism, financial services, various government policies and programs, as well as some top crime-related stories. To bring our trip down memory lane to an end, we will take a quick glance at some human interest, culture, and sports-related stories in 2012. For the first time in the 43-year history of Rotary International, the British Virgin Islands hosted a Rotary International District 7020 conference on January 12, 2012, after history was made in 2010 when Rotarians of Rotary International District 7020 elected a BVI Rotarian, Vance Lewis, to serve as district governor. In the year under review, the Department of Agriculture celebrated 20 years of BVI culture through agriculture during the observance of Farmers Week, which also saw some farmers being presented with national awards. Over 1,000 roses were distributed to women in the territory by the ladies of the Zonta Club of Tortola, while the Office of Gender Affairs hosted a health fair providing free massages, blood sugar and pressure checkups and more in observance of International Women's Day on March 8, 2012.
We went out to the community and we said, let's show our gratitude to the women in your life, show them how awesome you think they are for just the ordinary things that they do.
The Duke of Gloucester visited the territory as part of a world tour by members of the royal family to celebrate the Diamond Jubilee for Queen Elizabeth II. In the year under review, the territory joined the world in recognizing the second longest reign for a British monarch since Queen Victoria. Travis Walters grabbed a record signing deal after he topped other local artists in various categories, including #1 song on Z-Rod's Top 7 at 7 in early 2012.
I can't lie, girl, I see her in you, in you, in you. I see her in you, in you, in you. I see her in you, in you, in you. I see her in you.
May 20th will long be remembered by the Spanish community in this territory, particularly those who hail from the Dominican Republic, when for the first time they voted by proxy in the 2012 general elections held in the Dominican Republic.
65% of the population, of the Santo Domingo population in Tortola vote, and everything went okay.
The Virgin Gorda 2012 Easter Festival, named in honor of Leon Kini Creaky of Fungi Band, Leon and the Hotshots, was held under the theme Cultural Reflection Amongst Ourselves for Festival 2012. The weekend of activities culminated with the Grand Easter Monday Parade. After threatening to boycott the 2012 Calypso show, Calypsonians met with Culture Minister Myron Walwyn to air their grievances about a one-night elimination show featuring 18 performances.
Previously, we had some unresolved issue with the Calypsonians. However, we have compromised and we have met an agreement.
For the third year in a row, Luther B captured the title of Calypso Monarch in the territory, this time with his song Legacy. In the absence of an elimination round, the performances were reduced to one song each by the 18 Calypsonians.
I got something for you. There's a time for conviction, time to compromise, a time to unify, and a time to ostracize. If the role of Calypso is a voice for the oppressed.
Luther B also won the title for Best Lyrics and Best Performance and received a new car and a $3,000 cash prize.
Who will sell their soul to win the crown.
The Family Support Network turned to the public for help in 2012 to ensure its doors remained open after grappling with limited financial resources to continue its volunteer work. Many heard the FSN's cry, including the Tortola Ladies Club, who raised $20,000 at the Dancing with the Stars fundraising event. The BVI national football team enjoyed a rare victory when they faced Anguilla in the year under review.
So we still have a lot of work to do and some chances that we still have to work on that, because goals win games, and we can continue to do our hard work.
In a friendly international matchup at the A.O. Shawley Recreation Grounds,
Oh, dear me. Yes, and that's a goal.
when a second half goal came from the boot of the BVI's Carlos Septos. The four houses at the Elmo Stout High School competed during the 41st annual track and field sports over 2 days at the A.O. Shawley Recreation Grounds in the past year, and it was a day of breaking old records and setting new ones, including the senior boys 100, intermediate girls 100 and 400, and girls shot put.
So we have a good start to this one. This is sponsored by Al Potter, and he's on hand to watch. Rule 5. Now we have the first one. Now we have the companies.
Really powering down. Heather, and they're off. And let's see who's leading the race early. Brandon is really hammering, but it's going to be Jagoy. He takes it all the way.
Still on the field of sports, the BVI national rugby team enjoyed a winning streak to defeat a George Washington University team 51-0 in the year under review. The game seemed one-sided, but only from the perspective of the struggling visiting team. Also in the year under review, 16 athletes represented the BVI at the 41st Carifta Games held in Bermuda and captured 1 gold, 2 silvers and 2 bronze medals.
And that, I understand, was just 1 medalist and Bermuda, which is the host country. And we always speak about Bermuda as one of the leading countries in the Caribbean. So to be up just next to them is, I think, very great.
This sparked celebrations when the delegation returned to the territory. 10 teams put their stamina, knowledge of the BVI's history, and mental alertness to the test in the first ever incredible race BVI in 2012.
In actuality, it's anybody's race. Sometimes you get a roadblock and you gotta stop. So the expectation that I would be in the lead and maintain that lead wasn't really a realistic one because anything could happen along the way.
The race was the high point of activities to mark Mental Health Month in May, hosted by Tortola's Community Mental Health Center. Government ministers explored alternative careers in athletics briefly after a successful race at the polls to claim victory on the track at the A.O. Shawley Recreation Grounds last year. The highlight of Public Service Week celebrations was the minister's 100-meter dash. There may have been a false start, but the craftily disguised move evaded the race officials. Premier Dr. Smith, Deputy Premier Pickering, Education Minister Walwyn, and Health Minister Skelton, and Communications and Works Minister Vanterpool were ready, set, go to relive the 2012 London Olympics. Over 100 enthusiastic students interacted with acclaimed dancers Michelle Wiles and Charles Ascagard, founders of Ballet Next, during the HLSCC Community Outreach Initiative and the Performing Arts Series in late 2012. The BVI Chamber of Commerce and Hotel Association's annual BVI Trade Show, held under the theme Buy BVI and Save at the Multipurpose Sports Complex in Roadtown, advanced business networking and development in the territory in 2012. That's a wrap on the JTV News 2012 review. I am Sean Rose.